Welcome to Sports School. I'm Stephen Boyd, and this is football. I had the chance in my career to play at the highest level in the NFL. In the pros, the game was lightning fast and the players were powerful. It was through honing the basic skills that helped me survive. In this segment, we're working on blocking. We will give you the tools to become an efficient blocker, regardless of your position. We will step you through the proper body position, explaining the importance of keeping your head up, show you how to use your most powerful weapon, your lower body, and finally, demonstrate how important hand position is once you engage. Before we do any drills, I want to talk to you about proper body position. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is having a solid base. When I talk about your base, I'm talking about your feet position. You want to have your feet approximately shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. And when you think about doing this, draw an imaginary box around your feet, okay? This is going to give you a solid base. If you step outside of your box, you're not going to be in a position to block. If your feet are too close together within that box, you're not going to have enough power to block, okay? You want to have a solid base, meaning your feet are going to be a little wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to bend in three areas. We're going to bend in our ankles, our knees, and our hips. Your ankles obviously are going to be bent, your knees are going to be bent slightly, and your hips are going to be bent with your chest up, your head up, okay, and a flat back. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see it better. Okay, look, my ankles, knees, and my hips. In this position, okay, I'm ready to make a successful block. The last thing I want to talk to you about is having your hands, your elbows in tight, and your thumbs up. You're more powerful in this position when your thumbs are up and your elbows are in tight, as opposed to when your elbows are out and your palms are down. In here like this is where you're going to get the most power to deliver a successful block. So body position is the first and most important thing we have to talk about in order to make a successful block. Now we're going to do some blocking drills, and we're going to talk more about triple extension, and we're going to go through a hip through progression, okay? When I talk about a hip through progression, I'm talking about how we generate power when we block somebody. A great example I can use is how do you throw a punch, okay? A boxer throws a punch not just with his arm, he uses his hips, okay? The arm comes second, so he's going to throw his hip and use his arm to deliver the blow. This is what we're trying to teach in this progression. We're trying to teach how you use your hips to give your upper body power to make a successful block. The first drill we're going to do is we're going to have our offensive linemen on their knees with their hands behind their back. Go ahead, guys. Now, the one thing we want to do is we want to have great body position. So we're going to sit their hips back, their backs are going to be flat, head up, and their shoulders are going to be over their knees. Okay, now they're going to be able to throw their hips through, and their hips are going to end up ahead of their shoulders, okay? This is something you can do at home in front of a mirror. The defensive players are just merely targets. So you guys step a little forward. Here we go, okay? When I say hit, what they're going to do is they're going to just throw their hips forward. Pretend you have a quarter in your belly button and you're trying to pop it out. Okay, guys? Set, hit. Good. Two more. We're going to do 3 reps total. Set, hit. Good. Now I want this last one to be your best one. Really explode and throw your hips as violently as possible. Set, hit. Good. Now we're ready, okay, to use our hands and deliver a blow. Now we're going to talk about getting our hands involved. Okay, like I said, in order to throw a punch, I can do this on my knees, I need my hips. I can't just throw a punch like this. I need my hips. Same thing in blocking. So this is why we're doing this drill. We're going to sit on our heels. Our shoulders are ahead of our knees, elbows in, thumbs up like we talked about, okay? And now we're gonna throw our hands, and our target, okay, is gonna be the defender's armpits or the outside of his numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna do one, and then you guys are gonna do 3 reps. Here we go. On my command, I'm gonna say set, hit, okay? And I want you guys to hold it. Now I'm locked out. My knees and my hips are extended out. I'm almost on a 45-degree angle, okay? That's where you wanna be, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Again, we start off with throwing the hips to help understand why we wanna throw the hips when delivering a blow. This is where you get your power from. Elbows in tight, thumbs up, set, hit. Good, keep that head up. Okay, let's do 2 more. Set, hit. Okay, good. 1 more, and then I want to show you something to demonstrate, again, why we throw our hips. Last one. Hit. Okay, good. And remember, at home, you can use your VOD to stop, pause, rewind if you miss something. Okay, this is a great progression. Okay, now on this last one, I want you to stay down. I want you to throw your hands without throwing your hips. Just notice the difference. Hit. See, he has no power. Now, I want you to really throw your hips. Just back up a second. Really throw your hips, okay, and then extend your hands. Elbows in tight, thumbs up. Watch the difference at home. Hit. Okay, that's where you get your power from. Now, we're going to stand up, okay, and we're going to do it from a stance. They're both going to get in a left-handed stance, okay, right, guys? And they're both going to step with their left foot. Now, this is very important. Just like throwing a punch, again, I'll go back to this. When you throw a punch, okay, you're not just going to throw your arm. You're going to take a 6-inch jab step, we call it, and use your hips, okay? Same thing, you all right?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing, okay? They're going to take a 6-inch step off the line, use their hips to build power in their upper body and explode and lock out for about 2 yards. I'm going to stop them because we're going to check their base. We always talk about your base and your body position. And if it's not good when we stop, we have to correct it. We always have to do things right, okay? So here we go. On my command, I want you just to drive them 1.5 yards or 2 yards, and I'm going to say stop. Set, hit, stop. Okay, good. Just a little wide, okay? Just a little wide, but not bad, okay? We're going to do it 2 more times. Watch their body position. Notice where they get their power from. It's from their hips, okay? Set, hit. Good. A little bit more with your hips. Very good. You can let go, okay? Back up, okay? A little bit more with your hips. Keep those hands inside tight, okay? Here we go. Set, hit. Very good. Okay, now take it a little further. Back up. Now we're going to take it a little further. Now we're going to go about 4 yards. I'm going to have them stop, and again, we're going to check their body position. Okay, because in a game, this guy's allowed to fight back. Okay, we all know that, right? Okay, here we go. Now, wait for my command to stop you. Set, hit, stop. Good. Notice they're not overstriding. Okay, you stay right like this. They're not overstriding. They're not taking long, big steps. Because when you do that, you're outside of your box, and we don't want to be outside of our box. Okay, come back, guys. Do this 2 more times. Here we go. Those 6-inch steps, okay? Stay in your base, stay in your box, and drive. Set, hit, stop. Good, good. All right, look at their body. Okay, good. Heads are up, flat back. All right, 1 more time. Here we go. Back up just a little bit. Okay, guys, I want you to think about just doing one thing. Keeping those elbows in and really throwing your hips and exploding. Okay, let's make this the best one. Set, hit. There you go, good. Stop. Okay, very good. Come on back. Okay, the body position looks good, but it all starts, okay, with the hip through progression. Start on your knees, learn how to throw your hips. Then you incorporate your hands. Then you bring them to 2 feet, and then you're going to drive them. Blocking is all about technique and repetition. These drills are basic, but they go a long way in making you a powerful blocker. And remember, it starts with your base. A solid body position, getting low with your head up, that helps you load your all-important lower body. When you extend from your ankles through your hips, you create a ton of power. And finally, when you engage, keep those thumbs up and elbows in. Put all that together, and you will control your man. Don't forget to log on to our website at sportschool.com for more info on football and other sports.